In the first instance, I want to commend the rural deputies for tabling this motion and, as people said, have given us the opportunity to have this important debate here today. In the first instance, Minister, I want to acknowledge your speech and the contribution that you made and the commitments that you gave in your speech, and I want to welcome some of them. And from the outset, can I say I fully understand that location and where the hospital is located is important. It's important to me, and it's important, I would assume, to you and to every deputy in this House. And it's also important to those people who disagree with the site. And people are entitled to their views and their opinions. And as has been said, people have deeply held views on a range of different locations, not just the Conley site, but there was views put to all members of this House over many, many years in relation to multiple sites, and all of those are deeply held views. I have 2 young boys who live in Kilkenny, so I would want to make sure that if my children were sick, that they would have access to the best possible services. And while site and location is important, Minister, what's also important is the type of hospital that we get, the services that hospital will provide, and then, of course, there's the cost to the Exchequer and how much it will cost and whether the money can be and will be provided. So we were sold the current site, and I'm prepared to support the current site on the basis that there would be tri-location. And there was many hours of debate over many years in different sectoral committees, especially in the Health Committee, and you will know that Caoimhín Ó Caoláin, who was our previous health spokesperson, spent many days and many sittings of that hearing looking at all of the different options. And eventually we decided that we just need to get this hospital built, and not at any cost, but it has to be built based on international best practice, what's best for children, what's best for everybody involved. And the tri-location of having a hospital, paediatric, adult and maternity services is absolutely vital, Minister. So I need to be absolutely reassured by you that the maternity services will be located on this site, because that is what I am hearing from those who are the strongest opponents of this. Some of them will disagree fundamentally with the site. There are others who are saying that, well, OK, I have my disagreements, but if I can be absolutely reassured that the tri-location will go ahead, that the planning will be lodged, the planning application, that this won't be a fudge where we're told this will happen and then it doesn't happen, that absolute commitment has to be given to us in good faith and also then in deed and in practice, Minister. In relation to the costs, and this needs to be built. And if there's an overrun, there's an overrun, Minister. But we have a responsibility, and you have a responsibility, to make sure that there is good spend of taxpayers' money. Why is it that it's taking so long for the memorandum you talk about to be brought to Cabinet? Because, with respect to all of us, there has been a lot of media speculation about this. Some of it may be helpful, some of it may be unhelpful, but it is out there that the costs have overrun very significantly. Anytime we table parliamentary questions or we write to you, Minister, you talk about the memorandum that will be brought to Cabinet. When is it going to be brought to Cabinet? Why is it taking so long to be brought to Cabinet? And as soon as it is, can you inform deputies in this House as to the true cost in the first instance? But crucially, Minister, and this is the important point, that whatever the costs, that the money will be there to make sure this is built. And not just built partially, built in its entirety. And that means tri-location, Minister, and that has to happen. So I want to commend the rural TDs who have tabled this motion. I know they have genuine fears and they have genuine concerns. They have given expression to many of the concerns which have been relayed to me. I have met many parents and many campaigners on this issue. I have been honest with them. I have been truthful with them that I will support the current site. And it's not because I'm not listening to what they have to say, but I have listened to all of the views. And in listening to all of the views, I am firmly of the opinion that this needs to be built. It needs to be built quickly, and I'm somewhat reassured, but not fully reassured up to now, that the commitments that have been given, Minister, in relation to tri-location will be delivered. So I'm not sure whether you do have a chance to come back in today again, maybe not, but that is the core issue for me. And if that commitment is given, then I am sufficiently reassured that this should go ahead and go ahead as quickly as possible.
Thank you, Deputy Cullinane.